March 24th. 2020. Nook announces that Timmy and Tommy's store is officially open and that the Nook shopping service has added a catalog. Just as he's about to wrap things up, Nook suddenly gets a phone call about the island getaway package. Sounds like we might be getting a new neighbor pretty soon. So, right off the bat, it's time to reorganize. It's always nice to do a little spring cleaning. I step outside and grab my mail orders, then receive a convenient electronic appliance from the HHA. Turns out the HHA sent me an ironing set so I can make my home even more practical, and Miyuki sent me an orange. I planned it right away and then figure I could go for a change of clothes to suit the sunny day. I also changed my hairstyle back to what it typically is. I check in with Muffy and see she spruced things up a little bit since yesterday. I give her some flowers and she happily accepts them. And then I go check in with Nook, who's happy as ever to tell me again that I owe him 198,000 bells. His phone starts ringing, and after he's done ignoring me, he tells me that 3 whole individuals are interested in coming to the island. However, Nook flat out told them that they'd have completely furnished homes when they arrived, and that's more than he can handle by himself. So, of course, he wants me to help him. I try to suggest that he just let me not pay the loan in compensation, but he ignores me and says that he'll give me a thank you. First thing on the old to-do list is build a bridge. Started off nice and simple for just one person to do completely on their own. I check out the construction kit, and all I need is 4 log stakes, 4 pieces of clay, and 4 stones. That actually is super easy, huh? I go back home and grab the necessary supplies from my storage and get cracking. Bam! Bridge construction kit done in 10 seconds flat. I plop that baby down and go tell Nook, and then we get started on what to do about the 3 new homes. It's up to me to choose where the new homes will go and to build all the furniture for them. Among the recipes he sends me is a ladder, so I build one of those babies immediately. Before I get to work gathering materials though, I bring up that I want to hold a ceremony for the opening of Nook's cranny. We detonate our poppers in celebration, then I head inside. There's a new animal here named Mabel. She's congratulating the boys on opening the shop, and she offers to stop by now and then to satisfy the island's fashion needs. Timmy gives me the rundown on several new services the shop offers, then I learned that stone stools are the hot item of the day. So I step outside for a second, then come back in and sell them the stone stool I suddenly have. I buy more DIY recipes, new wallpaper, new flooring, and some dinnerware, then head back home to refresh my living space yet again. Among the new possessions, I make myself a stereo. Best believe KK Cruisin' is going to be playing in here 24 hours a day. I venture out to gather materials to craft a wooden simple bed, then notice another message bottle. This person came up with a DIY recipe for a wooden low table while in the shower. Man, I really like how my place is looking now. So when can I get even more space? I go and scout out a place to put the first plot, then Nook calls me up right on cue to make sure I'm not loafing around. I go ahead and put down plots 2 and 3 in potentially questionable areas, then begin my material hunt to craft all the items for plot 1. I knock out the interior items pretty quickly, then place all the exterior items around the outside. With plot 1 done, I go ahead and start working on plots 2 and 3. Along the way, I finally get the best of a horde of wasps and manage to catch one. You're going to the museum where you'll be loved and taken care of, mister. Plot 2 gets completely finished, but I can't wrap up plot 3 because I'm 1 piece of clay short. So the only thing to do when I need to get a single thing is hop on a plane and fly to a completely different island. Wilbur gives me the rundown on island procedure, and then I spot a fellow explorer named Fauna hanging out near a rock. I go say hi to her, then beat the ever-living crud out of that stone. It gives me everything I need and more, and I decide to relax in the island for a while before heading back home. I submit the final furnishing, then report to Nook about my job perfectly done. As thanks, Nook gives me some free fencing. I mean, sure, I guess that's an appropriate thank you for helping you double your customer base. I go give Tank a coconut because why not, and he gives me 325 bells in return. Then I do a little landscaping around my house. After buying a few things at Nook Stop and paying down my debt a little, Muffy stops me and tells me about these things called emotions. Feeling things is fun. Becoming more in tune with my inner self is exhausting, so I think this is as good a time as any to go ahead and wrap things up for now and grab a little nap.